Welcome back to the Archblaze.
Oh shoot, I'm eating something that's crunchy, so that might pop up.
Yeah, that was a bad choice.
Fuck it, man, I love candy.
Oh, okay.
I don't
So,
know. What's
do
wrong
you
with me?
think that? Oh no! Fuck it.
What happened?
I wanted that.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I didn't know you could do that. Poor Yoshi.
No, not that. I mean, I wanted the one up.
Oh, gotcha. Ow. So don't wait too long on that.
There we go.
Today is just an indulgent day.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression. So,
Topic.
do you think it should be pronounced aluminum or aluminium?
Aluminium, because that's what was agreed upon. Fucking Americans fucking ruined it. Why can't we keep to our agreements? You know, you're all a bunch of fucking shitheads, and yes, I'm American, and I fucking hate myself.
American self-loathing is delicious.
Yes. But yeah, that's honestly my serious thoughts about it. We agreed aluminium, and then we get,
Tell the story for people who don't know.
I can't remember what exactly it was, but there were some elements that were found, and so it's like, okay, well, what are we gonna name them? And so
it's not just elements that were found. It's just like there were different spelling and pronunciation rules for different elements in different places.
Yeah, basically, like, there was a get-together of people being like, okay, what should we all call these things? Americans got certain things that I can't remember, and it was going to be agreed...
sulfur was one of them.
Yeah, and it was going to be agreed, okay, so the British-ish people who say aluminium, we're going to all say aluminium. And Americans were just like, okay, fuck that, fuck you, got ours, and just wouldn't say aluminium. Yeah, it's just like they've ignored the fact that we all agree to say aluminium and just keep saying aluminum.
Yep, fuck you.
Yeah, I don't. That honestly pissed me off, and I wasn't even alive for it.
Yeah, I don't think I was alive for it either. But the fuck, no, give me you.
Give me a Yoshi, man.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah, that's
boy.
my gentle thoughts about aluminium.
Alright, the actual topic that I had for this episode was, so you don't wear pajamas?
No, I don't. I used to when I was a little kid, and I think we talked about this once, but we can talk about it again.
I don't think we talked about it on the show, though.
I feel like we did, but either way, I did when I was a little kid, you know, and my parents, like, cared about making sure I was in pajamas. Like, I had this one time that I remember after I stopped wearing pajamas, my older sister being like, okay, change into your pajamas. I'm just like, what? I don't wear pajamas. And she's just like, no, you should be, you wear pajamas. You should be wearing pajamas. And so I was like, I don't want to. Basically, I think part of it is laziness. Like, I see no need to have, like, clothes that I just wear to sleep. Like,
it's your sleeping uniform.
Yeah, I don't really see a purpose for that. Like, I won't wear my fancy clothes in to sleep. Like, I just won't wear a dress to sleep, you know, because I want to keep that nice, and I don't want to be ruined by my sleep movements. But things like, you know, skinny jeans and such, I have no reason to not wear them to sleep. It's just what I'm comfortable in. And
okay.
It's always been my perception. Come on. It's always been my perception of pajamas that it's supposed to be clothes that you're just comfy in, and so it's like, well, I'm comfy in skinny jeans and a t-shirt, so. And also, I don't want to change my clothes every time I want to go to sleep. I find that's just kind of fucking bullshit to my head.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. The point of pajamas is that it's something that, because you don't have a choice but to sweat during sleep.
Yeah.
Because you, like, cool down naturally when you sleep, and you do that by sweating. And so it's clothes that you're changing into to sweat into, because, like, you're putting many, many more hours of wear onto your day clothes. Okay, that's what I should do.
I don't, like... If I'm being honest, I don't care. Like, it doesn't really matter to me that I'm wrecking my day clothes. It's just like, that's why I have clothes for, to wear them until they're dead.
Okay. And another thing is that it's supposed to be more comfortable. Like the clothes that are actually comfortable. In particular, things that are not restrictive.
Yeah, no. Skinny jeans are not really restrictive to me. I'm just way more comfortable in them. Like, I won't wear to bed so much. I've got a set of really ripped jeans where I need to wear leggings under them because that's just how ripped they are.
Mm-hmm.
That I won't wear to sleep because, double layers of clothing, that's a bit restrictive to me. So yeah, I can see that, but skinny jeans for me have just never been that way. I've always just been more comfortable in them. Even more comfortable than in, like, bootleg type pants. It just feels more natural to me. And that's why when I go to the gym, I wear my skinny jeans, just because they're comfortable.
Now, what I would like to have at some point, I used to have some, but I'd like to again. I once had these really, like, luxuriously soft pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
And in that case, it's kind of like... the equivalent would be, like, having a better blanket. Or something like that. Like, this is really nice, and I like having it against me.
I can see that. Yeah.
There's also I mostly sleep in a pair of basketball shorts because I get really hot.
Yeah.
But I also kind of like not the aesthetic, but the feeling of just, like, my skin, single sheet. Well, not single sheet so much anymore. I used to be, like, on the single sheet train, but now I'm, like, multi-layered on it because I seem to have lost some of my heat, particularly in my legs. Anyway, skin, cloth, but it's not clothes. You get me? Like, there's like a dulling layer. Like, if you're wearing, like, full dress clothes like you do, you wear a jacket to sleep.
When I'm super cold.
If you're... Just bump the mic.
Yep.
If you're wearing, like, full-on day clothes, then there's a barrier in between you and the experience of blanketry.
Yeah, I've got no idea what you're fucking talking about, man.
It's because you haven't tried not sleeping in your day clothes in how long?
Over 10 years?
Yeah, so you haven't even tried the thing that I'm suggesting.
I have no reason to even try it either. Just...
Oh, and another thing, pajamas, particularly like Nina Mori's pajamas from, Nina Mori from Fooly Cooly. She has glasses, but she doesn't like to tell anybody. She's the mayor's daughter.
I can't remember what pajamas she was wearing.
It's like some button-down top, and it's got like a plaid-ish print on it, but not like the typical red and black print.
Was it like a shirt, pajama type thing? Pajama shirt?
It was shirt and pants,
okay.
And they didn't fit her because she stole them from Nata.
Oh yeah. The hell? Holy shit.
Those are the platonic ideal of the best pajamas, and they're amazing, and it's one of the hottest things anyone can wear.
I see. Nah.
Yeah, I understand that you don't care about that, but it's such a big deal.
Run fast.
Run fast. Oh, there's no getting up that.
I've got no idea why it's such a big deal. Again, yeah, because I haven't tried it necessarily, but just Where's the
let's
appeal
see.
to this anime?
So you like Victorian outfits and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a similar appeal to that, where
Well, yeah, aesthetic-wise, yeah. Yeah, I get that
it's an
part.
aesthetic appeal. There's also guys that are really into girls in tight jeans, and that was a thing before skinny jeans existed.
Hmm. Yeah, I get, like, that's a certain appeal type thing, like aesthetic appeal, but
Well, it's because the thing that attracts them is the imagined experience of being in that.
oh, really?
Yeah, like guys who are really into women in tight denim, it's because it's a sturdy material, and the way that it presses on you when it's that tight is what they're after. The imagined experience of how it would feel to
Like,
be in
when
that.
they're wearing it?
No, to like
I don't understand
They're
the sexual
imagining-
attraction.
they're imagining a woman in tight denim and how she is feeling.
But why does
by,
that
like-
matter?
Because people enjoying sex is hot.
I guess.
That's kind of the reasoning.
Huh.
The pajama appeal the pajama appeal is very similar to that, where the experience of being a woman in pajamas, and there's just the single layer between you and them, and like the layer is that particular cloth. Pajama cloth is typically the comfiest cloth you can manage to make. And it's also like sleep signaling. Like this is a rest thing, but I'm also paying attention to you. It's also a vulnerable state, but in a curated way. Like,
This can't be an Ace thing. This must be a me thing. That I just don't get.
yeah, this is just a you thing that you don't get.
That was pretty nice.
Thanks. Bro strats.
Yeah. Interesting, though.
It like this. If you're seeing somebody in pajamas, that means that they are letting you see them in pajamas, which means that you must be in some kind of situation where the normal social barriers don't apply.
I see.
Like, you're letting somebody look behind the curtain, kind of. It's an intimate moment by default. And it's not performative either. It's like...
Oh, shit, no! Oh, you fucked it up, man.
pro strats. So wearing like sexy lingerie, for example, is a performance. You are wearing that either to feel pretty or to be like, yo, look at me like this. You're either wearing it for yourself in performance or for other people in performance. Okay? But if you're being like just in some comfy pajamas, then it's not performative, but it is that behind the curtain vulnerability.
I see. You know what you're doing here? You're explaining a kink to me.
Is this a kink?
It feels like it. Like, I feel like this would be the way, like, the same kind of format of someone who's explaining, like, a foot fetish to me. Like, what's the appeal of foot for people who have feet fetish?
I can kind of see it, but this also isn't really...
What's the difference?
There are sex things about it, I guess, kind of, for some people, but it's not about sex by default.
This is so confusing. Why is it so confusing? I'm a grown-ass adult.
Okay, so, like... what's something else that would be like that? I can't think of anything. partly because I'm doing a complicated manual task.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool though.
So, like, the leather look.
Yeah, I don't
There's
get it.
people who are into that because it has connotations that they associate with sex, and there are people who are into it because they like the look just by itself. Or, like, mesh.
But I feel like when you were saying, like... But when you're talking about pajamas, like, I feel like in a way, like, in parts of it, you're talking about it in a sexual nature. Like, imagining, you know, just this...
Like, what is the experience of being a woman in pajamas feel like?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. But it's not a sex thing?
Ugh! Moral of the story, non-vampire doesn't understand sex.
What's another way that I can explain this? So Sakamoto. You know how Sakamoto's the best guy?
Mm-hmm.
You know how it would probably be really cool to be Sakamoto? And how it's cool to see him do anything?
I guess.
It's similar to that. Like, you're not trying to fuck him. It's just cool.
I think you were supposed to be Luigi for this.
Am I?
I don't know, Luigi was at the...
Oh, I took a branching path.
Okay. Well, I feel like you just played this, though.
I did just play this. I would... Like, the branching path branches at, like, the 80% mark.
Okay.
So, being a woman in pajamas is like a higher form of existence.
Is it, though?
Or at least it's imagined to be that way. In a way that I don't think I could capture by being myself. And it's not like I want to be a woman. I'm just appreciating the higher form of existence that is being a woman in pajamas.
Yeah, I don't get that. I really... I struggle to see where the different... Like, why... Then you wouldn't want to be a woman.
Do you want to be any of the boys from Free Iwatobi Swim Club?
Not really.
Okay. Do you agree that, like, that is a higher form of existence?
No?
Like, I don't understand you.
I don't understand you either. Like, it's great that they found something that gives them meaning in life, but I feel like you can do that with anything. It doesn't have to be just swimming, so why would I want to be them in particular?
It's not about the subject matter. It's about
I don't
being
get
them.
you! I don't want to be them! What? I don't get it!
What does being them feel like?
I don't know! For Haru, it must feel like shit sometimes. I don't... Why does that matter? What?
Some of this might actually be related to me being into superheroes so much, because it's a similar kind of thing. What is the experience of being a superhero? So, like Spider-Man. What is it like to be Spider-Man? It's a higher form of existence.
Is it though?
Yes, and that's why Spider-Man is a woman in pajamas.
I don't understand this. I don't know why I don't get it, but I just don't.
So, do you not understand what I mean by higher form of existence?
No, I don't. I don't see what?
It's... What is it like to be an angel?
Well, why is that a higher form of existence? It's like you could do more shit, I guess.
Anything that you can do, or would be doing, even just the experience of having thoughts as yourself, is better in this other state. and that doesn't necessarily make you want to trade what you have for that, but you are appreciating it.
I wonder if part of it is that I never necessarily wanted to be someone else. Like, I guess I'm like, there are some things where it'd be cool if I had these certain traits about me, but I never really wanted. I guess I don't know.
So you would never like. This is going to be treading back on our disconnect between superheroes and stuff. You would never imagine yourself with superpowers.
Not really. Like, I would imagine myself in a life where I guess I'd kind of have superpower-ish type stuff, but I don't.
Explain that. Like, tell me a story.
Like, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever, like, thought about, like, having superpowers necessarily in that way. I thought of more like myself having an adventurous life and just only thinking about the cool parts of it and kind of ignoring, like, how it must suck to not really have a quiet moment.
I've already failed this.
Have you?
Yep.
Oh, that, okay.
The coin challenge, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why there's that disconnect with.
So what you wanted out of that when you were imagining anything like that was a life of adventure, not like imagining doing the thing. You would imagine yourself like creating fire with your hands and like passing it back and forth between your hands and then
No,
like,
I never
throwing it at
imagined
stuff.
that. I'd never imagined that sort of thing. I'd always like do stories, like just instances where I just have to do incredible things, not just like I incidentally have this sort of thing.
Interesting.
Like, when I think of what I would do if I just suddenly could fly, I don't know what I would do. Like, I have trouble, like, actually thinking about it.
That might be the part of the disconnect then. Like, imagining other aesthetic experiences.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, I would imagine tons of stuff. Like, what if I had these powers? I would imagine that fucking constantly. That was, like, the majority of my life for a long time.
Yeah, no.
Was, what if me, but superpowers? And
Maybe you have to stomp on them?
it was to the point where I assumed that everyone in the universe imagined themselves with superpowers regularly, and if you didn't do that, I wouldn't believe that you even exist.
Oh. Oof.
Like, this is just a thing that everyone does, like riding bikes or learn to swim.
Learn to swim, huh? You're so funny.
Yeah. You're the weird one for not learning to swim.
Well, fuck you.
I'd imagine that I want to know what the numbers are on how many people learn to swim versus don't.
Yeah, that'd be something interesting to know.
It's something that I take for granted in the same way that we take literacy for granted.
Oh, yeah. Like, I cannot imagine a time when people just couldn't read.
Yeah, swimming and superheroes, both the same basic idea of everyone does it.
Yeah, no.
And anybody who doesn't do it is an inhuman monster, not to be trusted.
Well, I am not a vampire.
You may be an inhuman monster, but you're definitely not a vampire.
Yeah, exactly. Shall we move on to the next topic?
Oh, to tie up a thread from before, one of the things that was why I was going so hard on the regional voice thing is because my voice is very well suited to a Southern accent, but I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
Because while it's useful to have the Southern accent because it sounds trustworthy, I culturally associate it with dumbness.
I gotta say, media really pushes that image also.
Yeah, quite hard. To an unfair degree, because, like, talking in a particular way in no way means that you're stupid.
I have to wonder why they chose Southern to be the accent for dumb people. Oh, I know why. Inbred Appalachia.
Yeah, problems. There's other things that you can match that to, like who was the regressive party, or who is regressive generally, who is traditionalist generally. There's a strong sense of tradition in a way that there just isn't in not the South.
Well, I'm just thinking of, like, in terms of why would media in particular do it that way. Like, and thinking about, like, tall tales and stories that would be told to influence stories that people create later on.
Okay.
So yeah, next episode, next topic.
Yeah, alright.
See ya.
Next time on the Arch Plays.
Bye.